Hey, are we live? Hello, hello, hello. Just making sure we've got our phone on flight mode here and away from the computer. Hi, everybody, and welcome to day one of Awaken Your Spiritual Gifts Challenge. Now, this is more like an actual program, and I'm going to be coming to you live for the next 10 days. This is day one, and I'm so excited to be here. So it's been a little bit dicey with the weather today, so I'm a couple of minutes late, but I am trusting and waiting for those who said they were coming on live to join. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of moments. And also, if you are here on replay, welcome. Please put hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you're here, or give me a heart. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is a challenge, essentially a program that is going to be live for a long time, meaning that it's going to be active, it's going to be rinsed and repeated, and it's probably going to be literally rewatched from those who are watching it. There is so much I want to bring to you today, and there's so many things I want to talk about. But my guides really brought through this energy of actually getting results to help you to awaken your spiritual gifts, not just information, not just education. We can go online, we can Google for anything that we want, or YouTube, but actually for you to go through the process alongside me as your coach. This is the workbook that we have created for you. My beautiful team created this. Of course, it's my work, my body of work within it, and the guides and myself, my spirit team, the light beings even have come through and helped to create it. So if you don't have this already, don't worry, you can find it. My team can put a link in, but also you can actually find this underneath the guide, which is called Awaken to Your Spiritual Gifts Challenge. It is in the guide here in this Facebook group, okay? All of the replays will be in there as well. There is no emergency to get this done, but I do want to let you know that if you do complete, like if you do come for the 10 days, even if it's on replay, you will go into the draw to win a 30-minute session with moi, okay? I don't do free sessions because I know my worthiness, I know my value, I know how powerful it is to be in my vortex. If you want to win this 30-minute session with me, which is worth over $1,000, all you have to do is share this group that I am streaming from, share this live now, take a screenshot, put it in your stories, tag me in it so my team and I know that you're here. Share this in your thank you team for putting the if you haven't got this yet, you can download that, and you can even just follow it on your phone if you want to and take notes, okay? You don't have to print it off. So yeah, share on your Facebook groups. I know who shared and I am taking notes, so those who share actually get more chances to win the 30-minute session with me. I will be announcing this at the hello from Germany. Wow, where are you guys from anyway? Put it in. Yes, you're in the live, Cindy. Hey Jess, I've been thinking about you. Say hello if you're jumping on, and hashtag replay if you're on replay. I've put on my special dress for you. I've put on my special hat. The weather is crappy outside, so let's play and let's expand. Today, my friends, we are on day one of the challenge. You will notice that in the PDF, or even looking at this digitally on your phone, we've got a table of contents. This is a workbook, and in this workbook, you are going to be able to bust through the fears and actually step more into your spiritual gifts. This is not just a knowledge-based thing, okay? The guides are being very clear with me now. It is not about you learning. It is about you being, about you integrating. So a little bit of a pre-frame here. In the next 10 days, you may go through rhythms and cycles. You may go through ups and downs. You may go through different types of feelings that have been locked in to your body, to your psyche, into your soul blueprint that are ready to come up. This might be mother or father wounds. This might be intergenerational releases of patterns of traumas that have come through from the family line, through the DNA, that's through the genetics, and like addictions. That's a real big one at the moment, addictions, releasing them. Or maybe you're healing past lives. Okay, there is no rhyme or reason, and there is no kind of really creating it as a solid pinpoint and going, that's the thing, because there's always more than one thing. Okay, I'm just going to speak to Luke for a second. Luke, if you can hear me, can you please come and get a child to open up my front door a little bit? I'm smoking myself out with incense right now and I don't want to get up. Okay, so today we're going to talk about fear, clearing fear. Now, in my Magnificent Mediumship certification and also in my membership, which is called Magnificence, I talk about fear a lot. It's the first thing that I cover. Why do I cover that? Because it's the fear, it's the perceived. Thank you, Luke. Don't open it up too much, just a little bit. I don't want the rain to come in. It's the fear that is holding us back. It's the fear of success. It's the fear of failure. The fear comes in and it's like it eats us up and it makes us not want to proceed forward. Okay, it makes us to want to stay small, to stay average, to stay and be content in what we are creating. It keeps us safe. Fear is not our enemy. It's keeping us safe. But there comes a point in your life where it's not safe to stay still anymore. Does this make sense to you? How do you feel about the word fear? How do you feel about it? We've got people from Australia, from Auckland, Taranaki. I feel like I'm going to sneeze now. I've got these incenses and I feel like literally I'm like in a pub right now with like a ton of smoke. You know, back in the olden days when we used to actually be able to smoke in pubs. Yes. So I'm just like, whoa, hopefully I don't sneeze here. There could be some sneezing. There could be some yawning. There could be some frustration today. There could be some light language come through. There could be some activating. There could be some triggers. Why? Oh, hello, Rachel. We've got a Whangamatarian. Hello. We have got so much to clear when it comes to fear. On so many levels, not just on what we experience with our programming, with our systems that we've been brought up in, but also this intergenerational stuff. Also with the past lives. I had a past life where I just kept dying young and I had absolute fear of water for some weird reason. I would never go in the water alone. I went through a past life regression and the next minute now I dive into water holes with absolute no fear, right? Something was holding me back. I knew that water could potentially kill me. So I was like, don't go near the water. I was fearful with anything that could potentially take my life because I know that I died so many times so young. Okay, I'm just going to have a drink of my coffee. I hope you got a nice drink here, guys. If you jump on, say hello. Hello, hello, hello. I can see all of you. We're working on fear today. So when we open this up, hopefully the incense is going. I'm going to have to get Luke to remove this incense soon. It's like smoking me out. We have got a welcome, okay? Take your time and read this when you have the space to. I find, and what I've learned as a life coach, is that if we repeat things that we learn, repeat the stuff I'm teaching you, right? Or telling you, or you're integrating, whatever, however you're taking this challenge, I want you to repeat it to those who you think it's going to make a difference to, okay? Repeat it. Thank you, babe. Luke's just moving my incense because it's choking me up here and I'm going to have an allergy attack. Maybe I won't use that one next time. So I want you to repeat it vocally. I want you to actually write stuff down. Listening to it is not just enough. So even if you're lying there and you're enjoying the vibrations and my voice will be activating you already, okay, you'll be already stirring up some feelings of stuff. We haven't even begun yet, but you'll be stirring up some stuff of like, whoa, how much am I willing to actually change in 10 days? Oh, is this real? Is this actually going to work? This is free. How could it be? Like there's all this stuff stirring up. Even if you're lying down and you're listening to this, and even if you're doubting yourself and you don't even know if you want to change, if something resonates, if something pops in, stop, sit up. This is if you're lying down, if you're like me and you like to just Or maybe you're sitting here at your computer. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. How are you showing up to this 10-day challenge? Make sure you've got your pen. Make sure you've got your paper. Make sure you've got your notebook or your diary, okay? Hello, 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 everyone joining. This 10-day challenge is life-changing. And today, and by the way, if I have not met you before, I've got to say this. I'm Victoria Bond. Hi. Thank you for coming into my vortex. I've been having a lot of new people in this group recently, and this is what I do. I do essentially free stuff as well as very high-level coaching, psychic mediumship, all the things. And by the way, if you haven't done any of my free programs and you want to do something else as well, check out my link tree. So I'll get my team hopefully to put the link tree in here where there's free programs, free meditations, free podcasts, all the things. Okay. What does fear mean to you? What does the word fear mean to you? Pop it in the chat box. Let me know. What does the word fear, how does it feel? What does it mean to you? Okay. How does it feel? And what does that mean to you? We are going to clear the motherfucking fear today. Okay, pop it in the chat box. While you are doing that, I am going to share with you that clearing fear is something that is not to be taken lightly, but it's also not to be taken heavily. What do I mean by that? There is so many layers to fear. Like I said, intergenerational. Then we've got the systems and the programming that we've been conditioned with from our parents or our guardians and from society, tribes, all that. But we've also got these past lives fears. So there's so many layers to this. Can we clear all of that like this? Well, the truth is we can, but do we want to? Thank you, Luke. My link tree is there for anyone who is interested in all my other freebies and stuff, okay, and my other different platforms. We don't want to clear all of the fear because we have got probably thousands and thousands and thousands of years worth of fear sitting there, and fear is not a bad thing. Fear is not a bad thing. Repeat after me. Fear is not a bad thing. Just like ego is not a bad thing. Ego and fear are a contribution. Now, my proof here is, if you know about human design, our spleen center, our splenic center is a sensory center, which has got a lot of fear connected to it, right? The fear is within that. I have fear. And I use my fear to amplify my reality. Do you think I was totally not fearful jumping on this live when my Zoom wasn't working? I was meant to be doing it through a Zoom live stream, by the way. Didn't work. The internet's raining. I'm a bit fearful it's not going to work. The internet's going to fuck out. Maybe I'm going to blank and not say anything. I have fear. But I remind myself of who the hell I am, and I show up despite the fear. If there is a bit of fear, if there's a bit of trigger, if there's a little bit of charge, I know that what I'm doing is going to be amazing. It's when the fear cripples us. It's when the fear keeps us small. It keeps us average. It keeps us, I just have to be satisfied with what I've got. I'm humble. I don't want to get paid to be a medium. No. As long as I've got enough food for me, I can stay small. I don't want anyone to see how motherfucking powerful I am because I'm in fear that they're going to judge me, right? So anything that we really dream of and we think, oh, that would be nice one day, maybe in my next life, is actually meant to be for this life, but you're too in fear to receive it, okay? Linda, you just said I'm not saying anything. Okay, that's okay. Okay, cool. Let me have a little look at these. Panic attack. Yeah, that is when the fear has overridden. When the ego overrides as well, then it's not in the highest expression. So fear has a high expression and a low expression. Now, so many people say that fear and love don't exist. At the same time, I have said that. I have. I'm going to revoke that a little bit because there is healthy fear as well. There is. If you didn't have any fear, then you probably would not be alive because you would have done stuff your whole life, but fear kept you safe, right? Proof is in the pudding. Fear is a challenge, usually means something big is about to happen or about to. Yes, these are all points of views, by the way. So there's no right or wrong, even with what I say. It's not like I'm a guru here. It's not like I'm a mentor. I'm literally just being the facilitator for massive change. Oh, I caught you live. Hello. The dance between running and challenging Interesting. Hi, Jen. Oh, hello, Jenny. Hello, Amy. Beautiful, restrictive, protective. I don't know how I got beautiful out of that. Restrictive, panic, and challenging. Fear feels like my body is shivering on the a big weight that doesn't feel like it diminishes. Yeah, fear causes stress and judgment. Keeping hidden to protect myself, not saying anything. Fear keeps us, yes, so many, right? You always have plenty of awesomeness to say. Oh, I love you, Linda. Hiding, stress, and challenging. Yeah. Okay, but what does fear give you? What does fear give you? What is the gift that fear gives you? And this is what I've been playing with for the last couple of months. The fear that I feel, which is really activated for me in my spleen. So I'm always going to feel some fear, always. If I don't, I'm like a bit worried. I'm like, hang on, I'm complacent. Oh, I need to feel that stretch. Okay, I need to feel like one of my one-to-one says, that rubber band always pulling, right? It's that rubber band stretching out and stretching out. We don't want to snap it, but we want to stretch ourselves out so we can hold more in our capacity. Okay, so what happens when our clear gets crippling? What happens when our fear gets crippling? Anxiety, depression, flight, fight, freeze, right? Distort, generalize, delete. All of these concepts happen when we feel that we do not have any control. Okay, you've got this to write your notes down. There's actually a notes part in here. But control is also very similar to fear, right? If we have got implants, we'll call them, of fear and control, which are kind of like these points of views, considerations, judgments that have been plugged into our psyche from the external, then what happens is we are always trying to hold on to that thing, the fear, the control, because it was external, not from us. It is actually a foreign object, right? So when it comes to, and like I told you, there's very, very many layers to this. When it comes to fear, when it comes to control, it's very important to go, what is healthy control? If we have no control over our eating and there's no stop button, then it could be disastrous for our body, right? So control and fear are healthy unless they are not healthy, just like power, just like humbleness. Everything has an expression. What is your expression of fear? And is fear holding you back? If fear is holding you back right now, I want to see it in the chat box so I can coach you on this live, okay? If you are here on replay, please put it #replay and tell me so I can come back to you later. Fear will not stop me from being successful or anything else because I know I'm here for big things, okay? This is the intention that I set for my reality. Fear is my friend, so how can it contribute to me? Just like ego is my friend. People keep talking about ego deaths, and I don't have an ego. Bullshit, like everyone does. So, okay, the first exercise I want to share with you is how to clear fear. Intention is everything, like I said, okay? So you have to feel that the shift has already happened. For instance, when I woke up this morning, what do you think I did? I visualized my intention of having an epic challenge with incredible people, sharing the knowledge that they learned today, writing it down, and being open enough and willing to transform their reality to come deep within themselves so they can expand, right? When we are essentially ascending, it is not necessarily up through dimensions, it's within the heart space as we expand out. Why are we so afraid to do that? We are so afraid to do that. We have fear attached because we don't want to be squashed. And anything that comes up with you now, energetically, about being squashed, will you please dissolve and eliminate that right now? Dissolve and eliminate is the first key I want to share with you today. It is what do I call a mini clearing statement. It is a mini clearing, okay? Every time fear comes up, what do? I dissolve and eliminate all of that. Okay, if something else comes up and go, the body's starting to shake, I'm starting to shut down. We've all got signs of what fear is for us. Okay, like some of you said, my body is shivering. The big weight that feels like it doesn't feel like it diminishes. It doesn't diminish, right? The fear, the stress. Okay, the wanting to protect ourselves, the closing of our hearts. We all have symptoms, and our body tells us when we're going into fear. The flight, the freeze, the distort, generalize, and delete, right? All of those things are symptoms of fear taking over, or control, OCD, needing to control our partners or our children or our weight. All these things are happening. Okay, so I dissolve and I eliminate all of this now. What happens? It's a magic wand. I dissolve and eliminate all of this right now. That is a very quick clearing statement that you can use. You're more than welcome to use it. I created it. I infused it with a lot of intention. It's very, very powerful. Okay, let's have a look. Sitting in bed and heating pad on back. Okay, let me have a look. Fear of speaking in front of crowds. Oh, that's a goodie. I was absolutely like that. I used to shake, so my body would shake. So I'd stand up at a funeral and I'd be like, weddings, people would be like, could you please do a speech? I'm like, no fucking way. I would my sister-in-law, I was like, would you like me to do a speech at your wedding? She's like, yes. I every night for 2 weeks, I just couldn't sleep because I over and over didn't end up doing it. Just way too sorry. I just cannot do it. I cannot speak. Now I can, because my intention was to actually not let the fear overtake me, because my body is safe. I am safe. This is a contribution. I'm not here just as a human. I'm here as a spirit and a soul with an army, a team, I should say, a spirit team of light beings and spirits and unicorns and dragons and light beings and all that stuff. So I don't need to be in fear of speaking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the intention that I'm the most powerful speaker I possibly can be, and I'm going to visualize myself doing that. So when I push play, here I am doing that thing, right? Can you see? It's very Abraham Hicks, right? It's very much like I visualize it, I be it, I feel it, I know it, I show up and I do it. I rip off that plaster and I realize, well, it wasn't that bad anyway. That fear had made a mountain out of a molehill, right? Does this make sense to you guys? I really feel fear. That's really interesting. You probably have an open spleen then, Cindy, because I feel fear. But also, what is the point of, fear and judgment? Fear that I'm going crazy. Yeah, we're all crazy. If you don't think you're crazy, then you may be crazy. The other thing is the word fear, right? So at the beginning I said, what does fear mean to you? What does it feel like to you? The truth is, fear can express itself in so many different ways, just as ego. We thought that ego, most people thought, right, that ego was like, oh my God, like I am so amazing, like seriously, like no one is as good as me. We thought that was ego. That is a one part of ego, right? Sometimes it's just confidence and good for that person. But the other expression is, I'm not good enough. I can't show up. I can't do that. I'm not clever enough or smart enough or pretty enough. That's also ego, right? That's the other expression of ego. But what is a healthy ego? Same with fear. Hello, Patsy. Where have you been? Hello, my love. I met an old dragon in the weekend in a human form. Wow. Beautiful. Yes. Fear of success. What the fuck? Yes, Linda. Did you feel it in your body? Fear of success. Okay, let me have some more of my coffee. Fear of success is more common than fear of failure. The people that have fear of failure usually become extremely successful, right? But the fear of success, what happens when people realize that I'm actually backing myself, and the stories of not good enough or bright enough, I didn't pass school. I failed every exam I ever did. I never got an A at school. I never got an A, not even in art or fabric tech or cooking. Never got an A at anything in my life, right? But I'm really fucking successful. Why am I successful? Because I feel it. I feel successful. It's got nothing to do with my bank account. It's got everything to do with my connections and relationships and how I feel about myself and what I feel like when I wake up. I feel successful, so I am successful, and everything else comes to me because it's joy. Fear is an amazing catalyst to create more. You should feel fear. And when you feel that fear, you need to step forward and do the thing that you fear. Now, if it's like, holy shit, not safe, not walking out in front of the bus, don't walk out in front of a bus. Like, that is the fear that's saying, don't do that, I'm keeping you safe. But the other thing of fear is, what would I do if I didn't have the fear? I would go and do a podcast, right? I would hire a team member. I would invest in myself. I would go to the gym and do bodybuilding and do a competition because I'm so fucking scared of that. Maybe I should do it because it feels really exciting and it turns me on. I've got fanny flutters, right? You've got to distinguish the difference between a healthy fear and a non-healthy fear. So I really want to have this conversation with you today. So creating your own clearing statement. And by the way, let me know. Patsy just said, I'm not crazy. No, you're just a manifester. Okay, let me know how this feels so far. I do want to shift your perspective. I want to challenge it a little bit, because when we challenge perspectives, we start opening ourselves up to what the fuck. Before you're coming into this more open, whoa, what is this? What's going on right now? I'm vortexing out. What is she talking about? You may feel frustrated. She's talking so fast. I don't understand. What is this feeling? I don't want to let go of fear. I don't want to let go of control. Who will I be without those implants? You will be free. You will realize that everything in your reality is here to contribute to you, right? Does this make sense? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know in the chat box. I want to know. Does this make sense to you? Okay. So dissolve and eliminate. I dissolve and I eliminate all of that this is, okay? Just about to go on stage, just about to reach out to somebody, just about to make an investment, just about to join the gym, whatever you're going to do, and you made a decision that this is where you're going, this is the path, you can feel it, you can see it, right? And that is all happening. What do? If you shrink, bring in a clearing statement, guys. I dissolve and I eliminate all of this energy and I return it to the earth to transmute it into light. I am powerful, I am powerful, I am powerful, I am perfect, I am powerful, and I am potent. That's an intention that I plugged in my first program, Release Your Blocks. I am perfect, I am powerful, I am potent. I am perfect, I am powerful, I am potent. I am perfect, I am powerful, I am potent. If you said that 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night, what the hell do you think is going to happen to your life? The problem is, we're waking up going, I'm tired. I don't know if I've got enough time. I don't want to do today. Or I'm not good enough. Maybe I'll fail again today. Oh no, there's so many chores. Like, what are we telling ourselves? What are we implanting within ourselves? We've got to listen to the words we're saying, okay? I'm glad this is making sense. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I do talk in riddles sometimes. If you're new and you're like, what is this chick on? I talk in riddles because there's quite a lot of paradoxes to work with your subconscious and your conscious mind to shift things, to expand you. So drop your barriers and expand. Drop your barriers and expand. Drop your barriers now and expand and expand and expand. Well, another sip of my beautiful espresso that my beautiful husband created. Gratitude is everything, right? Gratitude is everything. Now, a healthy fear can be coupled up with gratitude. It can. An unhealthy fear and gratitude do not commune together. They can't. They're not energetically congruent. But a healthy fear of, I am turned on, I am scared, I'm going live, am I going to be judged? I'm turned on, right? But if I'm like, oh my God, like it's crippling me, I can't do it. This is where we see the anxiety, the depression. We see the failed again, just not meant to be and do this in this life. Someone said that to me one day, oh, well, it's just not meant to be for me in this life. And I was like, okay, nice story. Nice story. Because the truth is you get to create whatever the hell you want to create. So how do we do a bigger daily clearing, right, of fear? In fact, of anything that doesn't belong to us. But today we're focusing on fear with a little kind of splash, a little flare of ego, obviously. Okay. So write down the clearing statement. I dissolve and eliminate. If you're an access consciousness, you might like the destroy and uncreate. I love the dissolve and eliminate. it just works for me. You might want to create your own one. Okay, so the idea of it is the intention of gathering all that was, all that is no longer contributing, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful for all of this energy, these thoughts, these points of views, these considerations and judgments. Thank you. You can now be eliminated. You now can be dissolved. You now can be dismantled. You now can be fracked away and go back to the earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, beautiful earth. Your earth desires so deeply to be a contribution to you. I apologize if this is getting a little bit crackly, guys. The weather is like crazy here in New Zealand, and yeah, so I do apologize if it's a bit crackly. I'll try to zoom this tomorrow. Right, so the biggest clearing statement. I'm going to give you an example of mine, okay? I'm going to read it so I don't get it wrong. But I do this in Magnificent Mediumship, the certification. We create our own clearing statements. I'm giving you a really incredible opportunity in this challenge to have a taste of how powerful this work is, right? And it's completely free. The only investment is your time, okay? So this is the clearing statement I created. I call it the the Magnificent Mediumship Clearing Statement. You can use it or you can create your own. The main purpose is to have, I love the transmuting and fracking. Yeah, I transmute and I frack all of this, right? Or all of this energy can fuck off with total gratitude and love. You can say anything for a very mini, quick, on the run, like someone's triggering you and you can be like, okay, dissolve and eliminate all these points of views and judgments and considerations that I have with this person right now. But you can just say dissolve and eliminate and then just do a flick to the ground, right? So yeah, great. Here is the larger one that you can do every single day or if something really big is happening, okay? This is what I say. I eliminate and dissolve the projections, expectations, contracts, and loops throughout all time, space, and dimensions, okay? I eliminate and dissolve the projections, expectations, contracts, and loops throughout all time, space, and dimensions. This is actually clearing you as we speak right now, okay? So, again, I eliminate and dissolve all projections, expectations, contracts, and loops throughout all time, space, and dimensions. And I don't know about you guys, but I start seeing static. So I see it all coming up. Transmute and frack, transmute and frack, you know, or dissolve and eliminate, dissolve and eliminate, dissolve and eliminate. Do you need to be doing all of this and singing it out loud? No. When I'm just like, dissolve and eliminate that, I feel it, right? In entity clearings, it's the same thing, which of course we'll get into in this 10-day program. So yeah, goosebumps, bumps, because you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it shifting. Dissolve and eliminate now. Eliminate why the contracts and the loops and the expectations and the projections, because we are human beings, human being, right? The being is larger than our human beings. Hybrids. We are hybrids, okay? There's a separation. Human beings. We are an incarnated body, a spirit that is incarnated into a body. And we do have these soul streams that are flooding in. That's all a lot more intricate and complex to explain in this moment. But we need to understand that our human being is here to shift and to change and to expand, okay? We are here to really tap into this being and realize that we are not really solid. So therefore, we feel other people's projections. We feel their expectations and we wonder why the freak we get into fuckery. Like we're like, ah. So how do we have more ease with that? Dissolve and eliminate all of this energy now. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to sender. That's another one. Return to sender. We are not taught to use intentions. We are taught to pray to something external, right? Most of us. But we are not taught to actually take our own responsibility and go, I can be responsible for my own responses, for my own choices, for my own life. Shit. Okay, what do I do? I'm giving you the blueprint in this 10-day challenge, okay? Have you written things down? What is your mini clearing? Okay, you can write my one down and get the idea of that and make your own. You can use mine, whatever you want to do. Totally fine with that. I've always been given shit for talking in riddles since I was a child, and last year I finally got it and laughed. Yeah. Projector! Okay, so, oh, this is the wrong book. Okay, so here is the book here. Okay, step 2, repeat your clearing statement to yourself daily with feeling and conviction. Okay, let's just like cross out that word conviction. That may have been my editor. And write with feeling and intention. These random visitors just because they don't have bodies. It's hilarious. It actually cracks me up. Like, what are you doing in my house? Get out. Did I invite you? No. You know, am I having a party right now? No. So it's quite funny with fear as well and other people's projections, expectations of us. We can actually send that back to consciousness. We can send it back to send it with consciousness. We can send it back to consciousness, of course, as well, which is the pure white light, source consciousness, oneness, and then it can go and have healing there as well. Okay, so the loops and the contracts, we're always creating contracts. I swear to God, I'll never do that again. That was way too fucking scary. Oh, okay. Well, that was a bit of a promise, a contract, wasn't it? Okay. We are always making promises and contracts. It's not just the contracts that we've created with people before we came down here on planet Earth. Beam me down, Scotty. It's not like that. We're always doing it. I have had to dissolve and eliminate all my contracts and all my oaths and all my, anywhere that I've been looping it, okay? So looping means when you're doing that in parallel universes, right, and dimensions. I won't go too deep into that. That stuff I go way deeper in my certification and also in my membership, if anyone's interested in the membership. And so we've got these different layers. We've got these different parallel kind of universes and also timelines, also lives, also, our souls aren't just here. We are actually streaming in different collectives at the same time and bringing through energy, and none of it makes sense cognitively. Like, none of it. It's very hard to express in words the energy of who we truly be and what we are doing. So if we bring in a clearing statement, we're not here to deeply understand exactly what we cleared and exactly what that meant with conviction or with making things solid and dense. No, we're here to feel the feelings of what we feel. Now, how do you feel about fear? How do you feel about fear now? Okay, this is literally me asking you a question. How do you feel? We've just done a lot of clearing, a lot of shifting, whether you know it or not. Put it in the chat box. How do you feel? Take a moment. How do you feel about fear? Yeah, feeling weirdly fearful of letting go of fear. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you, right? Because fear has been something that you have been friends and you feel like you know who fear is. But a lot of your fear has come externally, from your experiences, from what you've witnessed, from what you have been told, programmed, plugged in, the projections, expectations of others, right? Every time I listen to you, my cat sits close to me. Yeah, always. Yeah, Linda's feeling better, excited to use to my advantage. Like I need to use it as fuel. Yes. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of burping now because I'm clearing. I'm helping to, I am literally a vessel to help you clear through. It came to me about 6 months ago that I literally have this capacity to help people clear their shit through my vessel into the earth. It's like a portal. It's very interesting when people are in my vortex. So you are clearing and ready to kick its ass with love, right? Like kick you out the door with love, like the lower expression of fear. You guys, you can go now. Like, I don't need you anymore, but hey, where's my healthy fear, right? Fear can be healthy. Fear has got me, and this is what I really realized in the last month or so, fear has got me to where I am. I was so fearful. You ask some of the OGs on here, like Linda. I was so fearful of showing up and doing stuff online. I was shaking. Now I don't shake, but I still feel the fear, right? I still feel it. Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up in a minute. I appreciate your guys' time. I'm going to try to keep this to 45 minutes long. The Q&A is going to be on a Zoom on day 10. And then any questions that you have, make sure you're writing them down so you can come and you can pick my brain, okay? Don't slide into my DMs because unfortunately they get lost, and I'm finding some from weeks ago with people asking me questions. So keep it in here. Okay, so the clearing statement. What is your clearing statement? How do you feel after repeating that? We just did that together. We repeated some clearing statements together. And I said, how do you feel? Right? Resonates. Fear of showing up and putting myself out there. Yeah, Erin. Yeah. Heart out. Okay. So exercise 2, reflect on the benefits. OG, old girl. Yeah, like, that's funny. Yeah, you're so OG. Not like you're so old, but you are my OG, right? Okay. So how will releasing fear help you to become more awakened spiritually? Let's stop fucking ourselves up by rejecting fear, and instead, where am I getting off on being in fear? That's a subconscious thing, right? I want you to write that down. Where am I getting off? Where am I turned on with fear? People go, I'm not turned on. It's like a bad relationship, you know? Well, you enjoyed that relationship when you were in it. Some shape, way, or form, because you were in it, because you chose it, right? Same with fear. Fear, there's a kink. If you are in fear, if you're playing small, that may be your kink. If you're not showing up, maybe that's your kink. What is your kink? Because you might want to write this again. Having is the evidence of wanting. Thank you, existential kink, Carolyn Elliott. Having is the evidence of wanting. If you have fear, you wanted it, it gave something to you. What was it giving you to keep you small? And how can you let that go now, right? What are you willing to let go of? Yeah, paradox. Okay, journaling on questions and literally in timelines. So list all the reasons why releasing fear will benefit you. Conclusion. Clearing fear is an ongoing process. But with intention and focus, you can release the fears that are holding you back from receiving and experiencing your spiritual gifts. Remember to repeat your clearing statement daily, the one that you create, and feel free to create it and then share it in this group. Feel free to, use this awaken community with Victoria Bond. I really want to shift this community into more of a community, not like the Victoria show. I want it to be like a place where we can actually share our own geniuses, you know. So share it in the community or share it in here as well. My link is being seen, although costumes help. Oh, I love it. Okay, so yeah, repeat it. And notice the daily changes. Now, if you feel resistance, a lot of people would have jumped on halfway through this because they would have been like, nah, don't want to change. Even if it was an unconscious thing, nah, don't want to change. There is literally this like layer of, I don't want to look, I don't want to change, I don't want to go deeper into me to release the things I hold on to so dearly, and fear and control may be one of those things, right? So be willing to be willing. Okay, that's all I ask. Be willing to be willing. How does this feel for you guys? That is pretty much what I want to share with you in day 1 of the challenge, Awaken to Your Spiritual Gifts. Why does this help so much? Because your spiritual gifts are going to have a little bit of fear attached. When I first started doing readings, I literally was so fearful. The more kind of fear I feel towards something I'm about to do that I know is energetically correct, the more I know it's going to create impact. I did TikTok yesterday, was absolutely like, oh, what are people going to think? Oh, I could feel it. I could feel the shaking. I could feel like, kind of energy. And it's got like nearly 50,000 views on it. So I know that if I feel fear and I feel like it's the right direction, then it's certainly something I need to step forward into and not wait on, okay? Especially being a splenic projector. And if you're a sacral, then, you know, just go ahead and do that thing if it feels energetically correct. If you are an emotional, then this isn't human design. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Go Google human design. Go do your chart. If you are feeling like all these things and you're an emotional, then just wait. Just wait a night and then go ahead and do that thing, right? So how does this all feel for you? I'm willing and when I'm able to be here or on replay. Yes. Beautiful. So, willing to feel the fear and do it anyway. I am willing to feel the fear and show up anyway. I'm willing to feel the fear and show up anyway. That might be something you want to write down. That might be your intention. Is there anything else I wanted to say to you? Okay. Our time is up. I wanted to go for 35 minutes, but I could probably go for 3 hours. So I must go. I've got a breathwork session in Magnificence, my membership. I want you guys to go check out the link tree for any free programs and meditations. There is going to be no light language today, but light language will be coming sometime in the 10 days when the light beings come down and start channeling through. And share. If you want to go into the drawer, you need to share and tag me, Victoria Bond. Share this group by simply sharing the link on your Facebook group and go, hey, come and check out this 10-day challenge with Victoria Bond. Like, take a screenshot now if you haven't, and pop it on your stories and tag me, right? Tag me, say the Awaken to Your Spiritual Gifts 10-day challenge and tag me, okay? You will go in. I'm literally writing down names. We've got a few of you that are already getting your names in there, and I'm going to be putting them all into a hat, right? And I'm going to be pulling it out on the Q&A, which is in 10 days from now. I'm really excited for the person who gets the 30-minute session with me. Who knows? I may even do more. I'm very spontaneous. How does this feel for you? How has this resonated for you? Thanks, baby. Just put the link tree back in. I love to give. I see if you're here. I see if you're on replay. And if you are a part of every single day, you go into the draw to win the 30-minute session with me. Okay. Okay. Also, make sure you check out the guide for the replays. Okay. Awaken to Your Spiritual Gifts in this Awaken community. If you go to the guides, all the times and dates are there, of course, and put them in your diary, okay? We are being so amazing. We're actually giving you guys reminders 30 minutes before, but please don't rely on that. Do not rely on being tagged. This is a freebie coming from my heart, and I'm giving as much as I possibly can from my heart whilst doing all the other things. I love you guys to the moon and back. Have the most beautiful, beautiful day. Enjoy the workbook. Make sure you share this with people, and I will catch you soon. Bye for now.